All right, G, we're good.
All right, bet.
Just roll it out. It won't just roll out. Just do it. There you go. Thank you. Just let that fall down. We'll put that box right back on the top or on the bottom. Either way. Thank you. Thank you. And then when you put the boxes, all right. Thanks.
There we go.
More than everybody else. More.
I'm still here. I'm just charging my controller.
Should I send a new invite?
No, oh, hold up. Yeah, I still got it. Uh, I see it at the bottom. Like I see the red dot on the screen. How do I make it pop up again? Yes, send another one. Send another one.
All right. Send that one right now.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Nah, nah. What was the best game y'all had this season?
Probably Washington State.
Okay. Well, that's who I'll be then.
Because that was a big time game that we won. We also played against like Auburn and Arizona, but we didn't come out on top. But we played against Washington State and beat them boys. So that was fun.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which well actually I'll wait till we get on stream. So I'm gonna ask about, like your upcoming schedule and everything.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna make you quick.
Make a few. What changes you making? Like talk me through
All I'm doing is putting myself as a starter because I was in the starter last year, and
them.
then
Okay.
changing up some people from the receiving core uh, and just putting a safety as one of my linebackers.
Oh, why do you think he's better? Like closer to the line.
Um, just him being like, first of all, like he played in the box in real life, so I'm sure that he'll be able to do it on the game. And then second, he he's faster than the linebacker, so that's better to use. Somebody that's agile, can guard all positions, can take away everything in the middle of the field. So that's why I like to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Mm. Do you make any adjustments or?
No, no, I'm back. I was hmm. I remember this team from 2 years ago now with Cam.
Yeah,
It was beautiful the way they played, honestly.
yeah,
They almost beat well, Penix.
yeah. Cam Ward is honestly just a dog, honestly.
No,
Oh,
for real, beat him, gonna beat him. Oh,
yeah, Cam Ward is
right.
a dog.
No, he really is, man. I was when he went number one overall. When I told you, like the happiness, the joy that I felt, right? Because you know what it means, in these United States, that where people like to talk about blue collar work so much, you can work your way up into number one overall. That's
Literally,
special.
yeah,
It's
big
like,
time.
ooh, all right,
He really deserved it,
he did.
He deserved it.
Right now, I'm going through practice. Like, I don't know if do you watch the defense a lot, like through practice. What are some of the things that you think let you know, oh, the defense will be really good this year, as opposed to, okay, they got to get a little bit better.
Um, we just compete each and every day. So just competing against each other, you just know you're getting better. The classic cliche of iron sharpens iron, but that's
True.
that's, that's real. It's true. When you go against high level competition each and every day, you do nothing but just rise to the occasion. So whenever you're in the fire on Saturday nights or Saturdays, something that you're used to. So we plan on playing a lot of complementary football this year. When offense
Okay.
struggles, we hope our defense picks us up, and vice versa. When the defense struggles, we just got to score one more point than the opponent in order to win. So I'm
That makes a
excited.
lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm excited though. Should have a good year.
Double coverage. Yeah. Oh, you were feeling yourself on that.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna be able to take the top off just a little bit, but got a little too cocky. I thought we could have had somebody else.
You try still. What you saying about complimentary offense though, right?
Yeah.
Is it? I know there's a way that sometimes coaches will call a game and people be like, oh, why it's so conservative, or why is this happening? And it took me a while to appreciate. I call it trestle ball. Growing up an Ohio State fan, there was sometimes, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of running up A gap. Like that's a lot, but it would make sense because the way football was, it was a little different back then.
Right. So yeah,
Oh,
it's just you know we just We just want to be at the end of the day, the stats are cool, but the most important stat is the W's in the column. So whether that be we
That's
throw the ball 60 times or we run it a couple times to set up the throw, we plan on doing whatever we need to do in order to get more W's in the column this year.
mm, okay. You think? Well, I mean, I know you aren't like to the extent that you made these decisions. I know it's probably not you, but you did you guys use the portal at all this off season?
Yeah, so we use the portal a decent amount. Whenever your head coach typically comes from another school, they're going to bring the guys that were productive at their school. So we had a lot of guys from Idaho come in. We had a lot of big time
Okay,
big time FCS transfers. So
okay,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We had some big time tight ends come in the room. Uh, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Don't want to give too much away, but it's gonna
I
be a fun.
understand.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun year. It's gonna be a fun year. We started to mesh really well during the spring ball. Um, we got some guys that are gonna step up in new roles that they weren't in last year. So excited to see everything gel together.
Okay.
What are you most excited about for this new college football season?
I'll be honest with you, and we'll I'll bring it up again towards the end of the game, but we I'm happy that for the first time and that I'm alive to see it, that college football is finally engaging in true capitalism,
Right.
right? Like it makes me, because again, we are a capitalistic country, are we not?
Yeah.
So
100%.
this is how things should be, and it fills me with joy because as someone I've been in the business of NIL, it's gonna sound crazy, like we on the first day this was legal, I was treating it like today would happen. And I remember so many people, other people at the company, investors, whatever, oh, will this happen? Will that happen? And I just kept looking at them like, do you don't we like or do you not live in the same place I live? You
Yeah.
don't see these stadiums and I was like, what are you talking about right now?
Right.
So to me, this is when football's gonna get really good because we forget not just that compensation is going to change many things. Of course, all the old men, you know how it is, are complaining. Oh, we need rules. Kids these days are trained from blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, old man, I get it. You can't, be telling lies no more to recruit. You tight about it, right? He can do something. I
Right.
said, well, that's really what's
Right.
happening. That's really,
Yeah. Everybody
but
want their money. Can't be mad at
yeah.
them.
But on the flip side, I am happy to see now. Hey, okay, honestly, the NFL was running into recruitment issues. You look at the numbers, right? Less and less people are playing football. For the health of the sport, it's better overall. But now, too, universities have to kind of change their business models. A lot of people complain about student loans, what's going on in the country. I really think NIL is going to force the other side to even out because now we got to be honest with ourselves. Are you an institution of higher learning or are you a football factory?
Mhm.
Nothing's wrong with either. Just pick. You just be
Yeah.
honest
Yeah.
now.
And
And
nothing's wrong with it, like you said. Like there's nothing wrong with producing money. We all know that football is the highest generator of money. So
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with getting more money for your school to be able to do more stuff for your school ultimately when you really think about it. So
but literally, what we're doing right now, right? Think about this. This activity that we're doing, right? It's only right that it make money for you, right? Because we're literally playing as you, like, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So we used to be in an era where this was illegal, like making the game was illegal, right? Your name being on the game was illegal. Now it's like, no, it's good, it's cool. Like,
yeah.
it's very mad that we're playing this and talking about it.
And it's crazy that you say like people thought you were crazy for starting something new, but you almost have to be crazy because you almost have to see everything before it happens. That's the only way that is truly, honestly going to happen.
Bars, Emery, bars.
Can't
Like,
wait. You can't wait for you know what I'm saying. Like somebody got to start it. So that's that's pretty hard that you were one of those that was like, I'm gonna take the initiative of getting this thing
like
rolling.
took it so hard, bro. I'm like, as I'm if I don't want to say no names, but the first person to ever sign up for Clout Machine, he's a certain quarterback at Oklahoma that may or may not play for the Saints. And I'll never forget. Yeah, so the what? Oh, okay. He scored. So when he signed up, though, right? I was
Yeah,
so happy. Like I remember thinking, because it wasn't like it was his name, but not his email, right? It was like an like XXX, but because he can't be. I knew why he did it. I was like I can get paid, but can I put my name on the cover of the stuff, right? Let some of the coaches know.
right.
So look at it now. Even we paid so many dudes at like Michigan, Tennessee. All there's a man's on a basketball team. He knows who he is. He's in South Carolina right now. Like day one when this was legal, July 1st, he was like one of the first checks we ever cut. And I look back at all of it. I was like, yeah, we pioneered something, and
Yeah,
I'm vindication, bro. It feels crazy because you're right. To say it now, it seems different, but actually, let me ask you, because you were in JUCO, right? It's been like almost 3, 4 years. Your very first year, how are people treating NIL versus now? Like the coaches and like how are they behaving?
yeah. It's completely different, night and day. Actually, like nowadays, I mean, you got to pay your best players if you want to keep them. You know, so
Yeah,
yeah. So, but before, people were more concerned about winning. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to the team that they can win or help their draft stock. But nowadays is who gonna pay me the most, So
yeah.
and it's actually crazy because they're trying to get it in high school too. They're trying to start high school NIL, which is kind of crazy because then you're gonna get these dominant high schools, especially, schools in Florida. They might not
Yeah,
have as much money as the schools that are in Texas that put everything behind their high school football teams. So it's actually going to be interesting to see how that develops.
it's interesting you say that because I got some very strong opinions about that, especially about like how it should happen in the state of Ohio. Like honestly, because right, we know the way high school is right now, right? You got like your Don Bosco's, you got your Shamanas, like
Hmm.
your top tens, and they revolve like
Right.
Georgia, California, and you ask yourself, right, to pay someone to play at that level, knowing full well, like when it all shakes out, when we really look at it, like okay, who makes it to the NFL? It's not like disproportionately. I went to a top 10 high school in the nation, right? You know what I mean? Like it's not just like all of IMG's rosters. Like, oh yeah, they're all gonna go first round, right? Like
Right.
even there's a man's I can think of, 5-star. I think he played at IMG for a year, right?
Right.
Highly recruited, went to A&M for his first year. As I'm speaking to you right now, man, is at UNLV. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with UNLV, but the trajectory, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah. It's a major drop off from SEC football for sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't. If I look at that situation, I say, okay, would man's coming into 200K in high school have helped that situation?
Hmm.
You see, right?
Yeah.
But then I also asked myself, okay, but who am I to make that decision on his behalf, right? Like, is that? I mean,
Right.
but hey, if he's like playing at that level, garnering that attention, right? Like, let him
Yeah.
get paid.
You gonna have to.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the state of Ohio, I don't like how they're so behind the times. I'm like honestly, because this as someone who that the game, every year we gotta go and play that team up north. If the state of Ohio doesn't get serious about NIL,
Yeah.
let's be honest, the in talent, that's when it comes down to winning. Like I literally, I have the numbers. I can show you the tape. If there's not enough people from the state of Ohio playing like on Ohio State's team, mm, I think things don't go quite as well. They
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. And Ohio State is really good. They're all going to get their top prospects and everything, but to really like keep that keep that thing going, yeah, they're definitely going to have to put some money behind it.
Right.
So,
Well, we all need to be honest about that.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm. It would be a shame if all the promising talent, right, all the Mr. Ohio's, the guys playing down that Mola, can you imagine in two sports you go there? What if the next version of him, what if the family goes to North Carolina in eighth grade or something? Because we don't turn a bag of half a mil.
right, right, right.
That's not smart to do, right?
Yeah, you bring up North Carolina, and it's actually funny. I'm excited to see how an amazing coach like Bill Belichick is going to turn that program around, and because he knows about winning on all levels. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do with that program, honestly.
Truly. Well, me too. And because he's used to the NFL the way it works, I don't think the money will affect him that much. He's just gonna expect you to be very professional about it.
Right,
I
right. I
This
agree.
is what's gonna really benefit. I think when I now look at football and this kind of what it teaches you as a person, there's certain people that I can say, oh wow, what makes this person like a top 1% talent or makes them stand out is the way that they perform on the field. Other people, I guess I would say for them, it's like the little things that they put together, like the way they affect the teammate, the locker room. Not that they don't perform on the field, but there's all these
Right.
other things they do. And I think that the way that we recruit and discuss the talent that people bring on a team, Belichick's going to change that a lot because in this NIL era, if you treat college football the way you've been doing pro football with like building rosters, having the transfer portal, NIL, bro, I'll be very honest with you. If if Belichick masters the transfer portal, I think it's gonna stop being fun to play ACC football because right now,
Be fair.
no, for real, yeah, right now the way football is done, you're not maximizing the whole team. By that I mean like there's 85 dudes on the roster, right? But only like 22 start, and then
Yeah,
maybe like maybe 30 will play a whole game or something,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. You're
But
right.
if you see what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, we got like there's 30 plus other dudes here. Not that they chilling, dude. And it's like, oh, the freshmen, they're learning, you get the red shirt. Listen, man, if if the youngest dude on my team is like, I don't know, like a third year transfer,
Hmm.
or no, a second year transfer, bro, what you talking about? Like, like he's played 2 seasons ago, then like that's yeah, everyone's playing. Like every down, you're getting heat brought at you. What do you mean what do you mean you're tired? Like I
Right.
would, yeah, I mess people up. I really would if I was a coach in this era. 85 dudes, they're all getting paid to be on. Oh yeah, work you.
Oh, get in there, Trace.
Yeah. But also too, I hope it doesn't make the game become too professional. Like I don't there should be no betting on college football. That needs to be deaded. I'll say that right now. If
Yeah,
something doesn't happen, I think we may be asking for a problem. Now that NIL is legal like this,
yeah.
you gotta put college sports out of like, FanDuel and all of that.
Because
We
because that's really the separator from like professionalism and amateurism. So
don't
the
thank
betting,
you. Yeah,
man, like it's crazy. But
that's something the nation
the sports books love
should
it
get
though. So that would be interesting. How's because the NCAA wants to control everything. They want to be the big bad bully, but how you gonna bully those casinos? I don't know if you can bully those casinos.
That's the truth, man. Listen, even the NBA can't handle the casinos. What?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So
Uh,
that will be extremely interesting. I'm looking forward to that one.
oh, because you said the truth right there. There are gonna be some unholy alliances. You know,
What team are you most excited to see suit up this year? Are you looking for the defending national champions to repeat, or how do you think it's going to shape out?
okay, I'm glad you asked. So I'll be frank, and this now again. This is a personal opinion. These are not necessarily the opinions of Clock Machine Corporation or anyone affiliated with the Ohio State University. Let me.
Right.
I'm gonna put first. I'm about to go in first. Um, as far as it concerns defending championships, I'm very glad it happened. I do not have the expectation for it to happen again. It would not be healthy, right? we we were very blessed as it is now. Um, we return a young defense, and I believe an even younger offense. I
Yeah.
guess actually we return an old technically compared to the offense. The defense is old, but
Yeah.
they're still young compared to last season.
I completely agree.
Yeah, you get where I'm coming from because it's different. Like what's happened. So many vets, bro. So many dudes. Started for the whole D line started for like 3-4 years. It was like the
Exactly.
experience.
Exactly.
You can't buy that. You can't get that back. So now
Right.
what's happening is good. Couple of things though. What happened with the coaching staff? Because I got to say something just because like when we see what the way. Oh, I thought he could thread that in there. Ooh, ooh,
That's
ooh.
Noah Ave, baby. Noah Ave.
True. No, so he's good though. I gotta. We'll come back to him, but that was if he hit that, if he hit that. So the reason I'm gonna say something is because the Amolave situation that happened. I want to know why people don't talk about Jim Knoll the way they talk about Nico Imolave. I'm being dead ass, and here's why I say it. Both of them did the same thing, right? They both basically picked the worst time to ask for a contract extension.
Yeah.
All right, but in one situation, one gets it, and and in the other, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is
Yeah.
but they did the same thing. So,
Yeah. Chip
and
Kelly
two,
leaving is definitely gonna be a big impact. But
huge
as
impact.
far as like the quarterback position, it's gonna be a big impact for sure because Will Howard was a dog, what I'm saying? He came in and did his thing.
Yeah,
But I'll say like when you just have dogs like Jeremiah Smith
yeah.
and all them crazy athletes on the outside, it's kind of hard not to and
And
all you have to do is
Hartline is
be
calling
okay,
plays now, bro.
just be okay and just put the ball in their vicinity and they'll take care of the rest. So that is a plus side, just having some dogs.
But you're right. No, we do got the dogs, but Big Ten football. So I mean, we gotta
Yes,
be able to put up 150 on the ground no matter what. Like that's a bad game. Like, hey, you
right,
had to go see Western. Could you do 150 before halftime?
right.
Because so, and that's what I mean by the line, the young. The reason why I bring up the coaches is, the reason why you go get an OC and a DC like that is not because of the first year. It's the second year, right? The
Yeah,
guys who've been trained in the system, they got their reps in practice. Now, it's not normal for two back-to-back seasons, new OC and DC. That's not,
yeah.
you know,
That's
you
not
get
ideal
so.
situation at all. 100%.
Exactly. Even if you are returning champs or not, don't
Yeah,
do that. It's not.
yeah,
So I look at that and I go, okay, right. This is gonna be growing pain. So now
yeah,
I look at this. We win the Big Ten. Look, forget with us. There's a certain game we need to win. Everybody in Ohio know the game that needs to be won. So let's
yes,
start there.
yes. If Ohio State wasn't national champs, it would probably be an issue right now. losing 4 years in a row to the team up north, no doubt.
Now, why you saying that? It's just
No. It's
mm,
funny because I grew up an Ohio State fan. Like I'm still an Ohio
oh
State fan to this day. Like you can ask anybody that knows me for real, they know like I'm ride or die OH. So it's kind of funny.
yes,
I
right.
had
And I'm so happy though to see like what's going on with them because truly that's what I mean by this era of college football. And I'm gonna say it, I really think every single person, if you play college football, you need to get on this side of the Ohio River.
yeah.
There's more money and there's more winning,
Hmm.
right? Like just in general, and truly a team like that, Jeremiah. Oh, that was good, bro. That was man, that was really good. You gonna get that field goal? That was, man, you do this for real. And you got it on the hash.
Let me see if I can get in this end zone. No, we like
That's why you gonna go for seven. Of course, you're gonna go for seven. Woo.
I need the 7.
Uh, where you're at athletes like Jeremiah Smith, this may be, bro. I don't know what he puts together this season. Let's just see. We not see nothing like this in college football. And
Mm.
again, I can't emphasize this enough. Brian Hartline calling plays.
Yeah.
It right, and
Something
and not
different.
that Ryan Day doesn't like to pass. Like that's what I mean. Everyone on the offense loves to pass right now. So I'm
Yeah.
just a little concerned because we do need rock.
Mm.
Ooh, mm,
They ball.
he threaded that. Good job, bro.
Yeah.
Good job. The next song you got. Uh, yeah, hey, I'm gonna be watching this fall, bro. I'm gonna put together tape side by side, like you
Yeah.
win game and then you in game.
Please do. Please do. That would be amazing. It'll be for real, actually.
Oh, I mean that was a really good pass, though. You get that,
Plan to make a lot of
but
those this fall. Plan to make a lot of those
yeah,
this
actually, no. Speaking of which, because you're right about this fall, with what you guys did with bringing in, you mentioned the portal and like some new tight ends. I know there's just knowing high level FCS ball reminds me of like the Big Ten in the early 2000s.
fall.
Two tight ends,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna do like 250 rushing on you, maybe 315 if you're sloppy. You're gonna
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
right.
yeah. And we got a monster in the backfield. I mean, we had a couple monsters in the backfield last year, and which being Eli Sanders and Nakari Rogers and Gavin Jacobs, but they went out and got some more dogs in the backfield, like big names that you should be hearing about this season. Got Trey Humphreys and Damon Banks, or excuse me, Damon Banks and DJ McKinney. So definitely reloaded at that position for sure.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes,
So I
sir.
know the type of football is gonna be coming out, so just when I see a momentous day, I'm curious. Did either like the coaching staff meet? Like I just know. I know you guys play it right now, so it may not mean nothing. Was there like a memo sent out, like, "Hey guys, so checks are gonna come out on this day"? Like what? How they treat it?
So it's the first of every month. Well, everybody does it differently. Last year we did it like the last days of every month, last like week of every month. But this coaching staff does like the first of every month, like that first week of every month. So it just depends. The fiscal year, what the money's looking like at the time, or what our collective would prefer to do, and ultimately, what the head coach wants to do. So that's the head man, that's who runs everything. So, but yeah, I'm excited for this season. Thank you for having me on as always. I plan on getting back on here and making it into a series, so we can turn this thing up
Please.
as I turn up on the field. So
Glad as always. It's a pleasure to have you come through, Emery. Thank you, man.
yes, sir.
to have you come back next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Likewise, be blessed.
Yes, sir. You too.